Okay, for this video, we're going to look at copyWithin. This function takes, for the first parameter, the position in the array that we want to begin copying to. So in this case, we have 1. So here in our array, this is position 0, position 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we're going to start copying at position 1, which means we're going to overwrite from this value forward. The second parameter is the index of our array by which we want to start copying values. So at first it sounds a little bit confusing, but it becomes easier once you practice it a couple times. So this is where we're going to copy to, and this is from which index we're going to copy from. So we'll copy into elves from Urukai. And finally, the third parameter is where we're going to stop our copy. So once again, we're going to start copying here. We're going to copy into here. We're going to start from this index, which is index 2. And we're going to end with this index, which is index 4. So we're going to take this whole chunk here and copy it in starting here. So it'll actually replace these 3. So let me show you this and we'll begin to make more sense. So let's copy our array into our console. And then let's grab this first part and run that. And now you can see that it took everything from array position 2, which is right here, to the end of the array. So in this case, because we didn't specify a third parameter, it just assumed to the end. So it went all the way to min. And then it started copying it in at the index number 1, so right here. And that's what we get. So you can see this chunk came from this section. And so this last index actually wasn't modified, and neither was this first one. But now we have duplicate as expected because we took this piece and copied it over into the middle. Now, if we do the same thing here with the 4 at the end, first of all, let's run this again so our array goes back to its original state. And now let's copy this over. And we got a slightly different result. And that's because this time we started our copy at here for Urukai and ended it at index 4. So index 4 is actually min, but when you say you end it at index 4, it means you exclude index 4. So that actually just took everything starting from index 2 before index 4. And that's just the way that this works. So in this case, we got a similar result, but we only copied our 2 pieces now instead of 3. If we wanted to copy all 3 and write it in our long form, then we could change this to 5. Now we have the same thing. So that's copyWithin. It is a little bit confusing when you first look at it. Just come in here to the console and experiment with a little bit, and then it will make